Welcome back. And during the past 6 years, Egypt achieved a lot and implemented national investment projects in all sectors. And all this worth over 4.5 trillion Egyptian pounds. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi in the year 2020 inaugurated many projects actually. For example, if we're talking about the renovated Baron Palace, also the new administrative capital airport and more. So if I'm talking about this from different aspects and talking about the economic achievements of the year 2020, over the phone I have the pleasure to have Dr. Zeinab, lecturer of economics. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, doctor.
Good morning, my
dear.
So
I would like first of all to talk about the construction of roads and the mega projects and its impact on the Egyptian economy.
Of course, the impact of the mega project that we have for roads, for the Egyptian roads, and for also the tunnels, and for the increasing the degree of connectivity between the different governorates of Egypt. This, of course, creates economic growth and economic development because you are connecting each and every part and every governorate and every even village in Egypt. You are trying to connect all these regions. And then, by all means, you are facilitating the movement of goods and also of individuals. So, assume that we have a producer, he has whatever he is manufacturing a certain product in Asyut, for example, and he would like to do an exportation of his products to Safaga port, for example. So, unless there is a suitable road and ways of connecting the different governorates, it will be so difficult for this manufacturer to do an exportation. The increasing of the connectivity of roads and also the enhancement of the quality of roads, this contributes a lot, of course, to decreasing the cost of the transportation and then decreasing the all-over cost of the Egyptian products. And of course, this will create a competitiveness for our products when we are doing an exportation out there for the international community. So all of these mega projects, it adds a lot to the Egyptian community, and of course, if we talk about less accidents, less time when you are going to your work or moving from a place to another, moving from a governorate to another. So all of this will save time in the production process and also will facilitate the movement of individuals.
So taking from your words, doctor, talking about the infrastructure in general and how it is considered to be the main pillar of boosting economy in any country. And I believe that, of course, as you mentioned, Egypt achieved a lot in this respect. If I'm talking about all the developments that took place and how Egypt managed to work more on the economic growth despite of the all challenges that the whole world is facing.
Of course, this is an excellent effort from the Egyptian actually, and also from the president Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, because we still maintain a rate of growth which is for our expectations for Egypt for the GDP growth. Still, we maintain 3.5%. Although we have a lot of countries that the estimate for the GDP growth is decreased a lot because of coronavirus. So I would say that these projects have actually added to our output and our GDP output, and also it created opportunities and employment in a time we assume that we are in a crisis time. So although we are in crisis time, however, there was opportunities for jobs through working in these mega projects. And also the number of private companies that is being working under the umbrella of this mega project, the construction work and the contractors and all of these sub-activities for the construction of roads and also for the mega projects. These all actually created jobs and created opportunities in this time of Corona. And this, of course, enhanced our GDP growth and enhanced our macroeconomic indicators given the hard time we have for Corona.
So, of course, as we can see, the economic reform program now has been one of the main pillars that enabled Egypt to confront the COVID-19 and was able to maintain its economic status so far, as mentioned by many of the international reports, compared to many other countries, if you agree with me.
Yes, of course, because the reform that Egypt had witnessed starting from 2016 and its comprehensive mean part of the reform that we had made like a saving, the money that the Egyptian government used to pay for subsidies. So the government actually directed this amount of money for paying for social programs like Takaful Karama, Haya Karima, and also the payments that had been done to the the informal labor or those who doesn't have a work during the crisis.
The insurance
from where
provided
you will have this type of resources unless we do have an economic reform. So the economic reform had made some sort of organization to the budget revenue, so you can now pay for a lot of programs, especially for the time of crisis.
Doctor, from your own economic view, if I'm talking about now what Egypt achieved during the past 6 years, I'm talking about the future and, of course, taking into consideration Egypt's vision for the year 2030 and the sustainable development, of course.
Yes, yes. I see as economists that we are working well during the last six years, and also including last year and also this year. To talk about the crisis, we had done an excellent effort in infrastructure. Different infrastructure projects have created jobs, also projects, and the bill, of course, a new universities had been built and added to the educational platform of Egypt. The changes that have been made in the policies and regulations to encourage the investments, and also a new industrial zones that have been added recently for our investment plan. So all of these efforts if we truly combine all of these efforts, we'll see a very good and a very positive image for the future. And if we maintain so, and hopefully that the negative consequences of the coronavirus and corona crisis will be, we are hoping that in the future, in the coming, for the rest of 2021, we will have less of the negative effects of corona. So I see that we are working on a good step towards achieving economic growth and sustainable development, given that we are giving more social programs for the needy and for the poor, and also to work more on the raising awareness for the small and medium enterprises and for the type of microfinance and all of these types of projects to enhance the standard of living of the Egyptian villages.
So, of course, as an economist, and we are all, of course, agree about this, let's be optimistic. And, of course, the year 2021 will be a year of success, prosperity, stability. And before I conclude, let me extend special thanks to my guest today, Dr. Zeinab Nawar, Lecturer of Economics. Thank you very much, Doctor. And I guess with this, we come to the end of our breakfast show for today. I believe this is the last episode of the breakfast show for the year 2020. I'm lucky to be with you today. And of course, again, I would say Happy New Year to all of you. Thank you for all of you. We hope that we were able during this year to bring you all the best, because definitely our viewers deserve all the best, of course. So let's look to the bright side. Let's think of the bright future. Let's try to think about our dreams and forget about the year 2020. This year has left. It is finished, and we have to start a new year with new dreams and new objectives. Before I conclude, of course, on my behalf and all my crew and my director, Hadia Osman, of course. So thank you all for joining us, and stay tuned for more coming up on Nile TV International.